A Telford man was arrested this morning after a large amount of marijuana was found in his vehicle following a traffic stop at the West Summer Street 11E intersection. 25-year-old Trayvon J. Hall of Slate Hill Road was stopped for speeding, and police noticed an odor of marijuana in the car. Hall said that a friend had been in his car the night before and left a bag with a large amount of marijuana. Inside the bag were 11 separately packaged baggies containing a total of 291.5 grams of the drug. Hall told police that he smoked marijuana but did not sell it. A small amount of the drug was found inside a cigar wrapper. Hall was charged with possession of a Schedule VI drug for resale. He was also charged with driving on a suspended license. Bond was set at $11,000 with a court date scheduled for Wednesday. An Afton woman was killed Monday afternoon in a single-vehicle crash along Interstate 81 southbound in Kingsport. According to the Kingsport Police Department, 40-year-old Daisy Fox of Afton was driving a 2004 Chevrolet Tahoe southbound on I-81 near mile marker 64 around noon on Monday when her vehicle veered out of the travel lane and into the median. The Tahoe then re-entered the roadway and began to flip and roll off the right side of the highway, where it struck a tree before coming to rest. Fox was flown to Holston Valley Medical Center, where she was pronounced dead from her injuries. While emergency crews responded to the accident, a second wreck occurred about 1 mile behind the crash scene as a tractor-trailer failed to stop for traffic and slammed into 2 other tractor-trailers and a car. 2 of the drivers were taken by EMS to Holston Valley Medical Center for treatment, while the Virginia man who was the driver of the tractor-trailer that caused the crash was flown to Holston Valley. Interstate 81 southbound in the vicinity of mile marker 64 was closed for about 4 hours following the crash, then reopened to one lane for about 90 minutes before being completely reopened around 6 o'clock Monday evening. The Kingsport Police Department traffic unit investigated both wrecks. Library Director Aaron Evans announced that the library will begin to open on Saturdays at the Greeneville-Greene County Public Library Board of Trustees meeting on Monday. Reed Seals has more.
Director Evans said that beginning May 6th, the library will be open from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. every Saturday. The library plans to install a small bar area with seats in the young adults section that will have a charging station for electronics. Both the main library and T. Elmer Cox now take credit and debit cards to pay for fines and other items. The T. Elmer Cox will have a grand reopening on Saturday, May 20th from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. A new Andrew Johnson exhibit will begin that day at the T. Elmer Cox. The library is getting a Modern Woodman grant of up to a $2,500 match to what they make at the book sale in May. Between January and March, library patrons checked out 17,918 books. The library issued 257 library cards during that time period. The Greeneville-Greene County Public Library Board of Trustees will next meet on Monday, July 24th at 5:30 p.m. For Radio Greeneville News, this is Reed Seals reporting.
A man who walked away from a work detail was arrested Monday afternoon in possession of a stolen car, according to reports from the Greene County Sheriff's Department and the Greeneville Police Department. 31-year-old Brian Arrowwood of the 100 block of South Highland Avenue was on a work crew with Greeneville Parks and Recreation Monday morning when he walked away without permission and never returned. Later Monday morning, an investigation began into the theft of a 1999 Ford Contour from Greene County Skills on Bob Smith Boulevard after the car was seen driving erratically. Arrowwood was located in a parking lot in the 100 block of Marshall Lane, where he reportedly tried to enter another vehicle and then fled on foot toward the back of the building before being brought into custody. Following his arrest, Arrowwood was discovered to be in possession of a pair of syringes. Arrowwood, who has been in jail since November 2015 on charges including burglary and assault, has now been charged with felony escape, evading arrest, theft over $1,000, and possession of drug paraphernalia. He is due to appear in court on the latest charges on Wednesday. And a woman reported on Monday that someone came into her home and took $4,000 in cash. The Sunrise Drive woman said that a woman entered her home and took a red box that contained the cash. The theft occurred between 10 o'clock and 4 o'clock on Monday and was reported to the Greeneville Police Department just after 5:30 Monday afternoon. No further details about the theft were provided by Greeneville Police, which is conducting a further investigation into the incident. For more on our news, visit our webpage at greeneville.com and sign up for our mobile news alerts by texting the word news to 59457.
With a look at your world of sports, I'm Jim Miller. Major League Baseball tonight in the American League. Houston is at Cleveland, Tampa Bay at Baltimore. The New York Yankees are at Boston, Seattle at Detroit, Minnesota is at Texas, Kansas City at the Chicago White Sox, and Oakland at the LA Angels. National League tonight, Miami at Philadelphia, Chicago Cubs at Pittsburgh, Atlanta is at the New York Mets, Cincinnati at Milwaukee, Washington visits Colorado, San Diego at Arizona, and the LA Dodgers in San Francisco. The interleague game tonight, Toronto is at St. Louis. NBA playoffs continue tonight with 3 games, all in the Western Conference. Oklahoma City is at Houston at 8 o'clock tonight. The Rockets lead that series 3-1. Memphis at San Antonio at 9 o'clock this evening. That series tied at 2 games apiece. And Utah is at the LA Clippers at 10:30 this evening. That series also tied at 2 games apiece. Stanley Cup playoffs will resume on Wednesday with a pair of quarterfinal games. Nashville will be at St. Louis, and Edmonton will be at Anaheim on Wednesday night. Thursday night, Eastern Conference semifinals begin with the New York Rangers at Ottawa and Pittsburgh at Washington. The Tusculum College men's lacrosse team will host Lincoln Memorial University tonight at Pioneer Field in the South Atlantic Conference quarterfinals. Tusculum is the number 3 seed in the field, while Lincoln Memorial is making their first ever SAC tournament appearance. They are the number 6 seed. The teams met in the regular season in Harrogate on March 29th, with Tusculum winning 13-12 in overtime. All 3 meetings all-time between the Pioneers and Rail Splitters have been decided by 1 goal. The match tonight starts at 7 o'clock. The winner will advance to Thursday's semifinals in Charlotte. Greeneville Astros are hiring a on-field MC and a mascot for the 2017 season. The MC will be working hand-in-hand with the promotions crew to create an exciting atmosphere during games. Candidates should be high energy and unafraid to speak in front of large crowds. Anyone interested in being the Astros mascot Gizmo should be able to interact with fans, be creative and spontaneous, and love to entertain. Auditions for the on-field MC and mascot will be held May 3rd through the 10th. Anyone interested should call the front office at 638-0411 to schedule a time to audition. There are also open applications for game day staff positions. They can be picked up at the front office weekdays from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. With a look at your world of sports, I'm Jim Miller.